Okay, we are at 1910 Balsam Way in Round Rock, Texas. It's a 1994 built home, 1881 square feet looks like, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. So the neighborhood is a good looking neighborhood. Most of the homes appear to be well kept. Quiet street. So this home has good curb appeal, but it does still need work. So I viewed the inspection report that you sent, and one of the things that stuck out on the inspection report to me, it was really in bad shape, was the roof. And I was hoping they would have replaced it, and they haven't. It is pretty bad shape, in my opinion. So other than that, this area is known for settling as far as the soil. It's expansive, and so there's movement, and I can see that. Number one, here in the driveway, you can see the large gaps. You can see how right there, that big gap and drop off, this is where the driveway is actually meeting the garage foundation. So it's settled there. That's not as big of a worry as the foundation itself, but I do see some movement on that also. So you can see, I know the inspector called out some of that. Those are corner pops. Those are not as alarming, but we'll see some other areas where you can see more than that. But I do still see significant wood rot, like there on the trim around the garage door. This one especially, that piece of wood is really rotted. So, and if I get up here, just looking at the house, all this looks okay. Tell they could use paint, but that's easy fix stuff for a buyer. I get back over here, more corner pops on the foundation. But you can see the crack is kind of expanding a little further in. You get back over here, and so I can see here you've got, like, this is an expansion joint where they put caulking, in between a separated section of the brick. Those have kind of widened, but this part here, when you see how the soil is shrinking back and exposing foundation, this happens when we have dry conditions, and the soil, as it gets dry, it shrinks, and that's when foundations will settle, because there's a void being created by that shrinking soil. So that's just on the front. You'll see more on the back. So we'll go around to the inside, and then I'll show you the back. See more of this little landing here for wheelchair. Pretty major gap where it's pulling away also. So it's obvious they had some individuals that were maybe in wheelchairs or things, so there's some scarring on some of the doors and things like that, understandable. So coming in, it's got a nice wide hallway. And I do see, right when I walk in, signs of foundation settling right there. Those cracks, that's usually a sign of movement. So coming down the first hallway to the left is where the guest bath is. So the cabinet doors are gone. Not sure what happened there. And the shower. In the toilet. So, get back in here. So a lot of this is the kind of scarring that we see on the door trim. You can see that on a lot of the doors. They're just chewed up. Understandable when those things are needed, but I know somebody's gonna want that resolved or gonna lessen their offer. Otherwise, these rooms are not in that bad a shape. Even the paint in the bedrooms is okay. Same in here. The carpet is okay. It's usable. That right there looks like somebody was trying to patch separation crack at some point, probably because of the foundation. This room, similar condition. So, this side is the primary master bedroom, and it's a large room. I don't see too much in here that's major concern. Bit of a crack up there along that joint, which may be part of the foundation, maybe not. This bathroom has a separate shower and then a garden tub. More cracking there. There's your vanity and your cabinets. Other than that, not that bad a shape. It's got a good sized closet. The doors in this room don't appear to be as scarred as the others, as far as the door trim. In the living room, good sized living room. It's got a fireplace. And it looks like probably another crack that was being patched over. Otherwise, a little bit there, that may just be the tape separating at the joint. When I get back here, I do notice the floor. I can feel the elevation change, which is indicative right here. Pretty good crack as you're going into the dining room. But when I get right in here, coming into this little dining area, I feel a hump in the floor. Got a pretty good crack developing on that joint. Kitchen isn't terrible shape. It's got a laundry room. All this looks okay. If I step back out to the backyard, so the fencing, it needs a little bit of help. It's got some boards missing. few that are not in great shape. So the siding along the back is hardy plank siding, which is concrete fiber. That's a good part. The trim, the wood trim, this 1x4 wood trim, a lot of it probably needs attention. Got some rot, painting at least. This area here, where I'm seeing those cracks inside, more of what I was talking about, the soil shrinking away from the foundation. You can see that is what's happening here. So those cracks, that's the soil shrinking. Again, it's creating a void. And this is the worst side. You can see all along here. And that's what's causing the cracks. There's another expansion joint. Pretty significant crack on that. Air conditioning unit. Older one, I'm not sure the age on it. But this is the most concerning part. So I would get the foundation guy that you have to get him to come out and take a look and assess it. You can see, same here, that's pulling away. This side, does not look as bad. I don't see as much. Of course, there's no dirt over here. They've got blocks for a little walkway. At least it's not washing away, and I don't see the brick separating as much. So it is going to need a little work, or it's going to have to be priced accordingly, is all I can tell you at this point. That roof, if you're able to tell, those shingles look about as worn out as they can be. Probably very little granular stuff on it at all. Yeah, I see some missing shingles and other patches. So anyway, wish I could tell you better news, but it is what it is. I'm sure it will still sell. It's just going to have to be priced accordingly, or I'm going to look at maybe getting some of these things taken care of.